This is a Kylix, an ancient Greek cup with a shallow bowl and a tall stem. And what it depicts is a practice lost to time, the weighing and loading of Silphium. Silphium is an ancient herb, once worth its weight in gold, now vanished from the face of the earth. Like most good mysteries, it's a topic that's typically shrouded in wild fantasy, but thanks to ancient writers such as Herodotus and Pliny the Elder, there are a few things we know for sure. Our story starts on the northern shores of Africa in what is now modern-day Libya. From 631 BC to the 1st century AD, Silphium grew wild around the Greek settlement of Cyrene, which flourished from being a small colony to one of the wealthiest cities in the Mediterranean thanks to the exportation of this lucrative cash crop. In fact, Cyrenian coins often featured the plant on the reverse side, further demonstrating its value as a commodity. But what made it so valuable? Well, Silphium was supposedly used as an antiseptic, a painkiller, contraceptive, an aphrodisiac, and even as a treatment for everything from baldness to pleurisy and epilepsy. It was regarded as a true cure-all. What's more is its popularity as a seasoning of all things, with it appearing in a 5th century AD Roman cookbook under the Roman name for Silphium, Laser. With such value and prominence, how did this treasured plant disappear? Given its demand, the most widely accepted theory is that it was harvested to extinction, which is certainly plausible given that it only grew in the wild and could not be cultivated. There are other possibilities along the same lines though, including the idea that changes in climate or soil composition could have led to its decline. There's even a report from ancient Greek geographer Strabo that a barbarian invasion nearly wiped out the plant, though neither the invaders or the date is known. Also, its status as a tradable commodity, much like gold or silver, may have contributed to its downfall. Akin to everything else from history that has been lost and not found, there's been significant efforts to rediscover this legendary herb. Modern claims of discovery are regularly debunked though, including the recent assertions regarding a similar plant in Turkey, which you might have read about. In fact, the last recorded sighting of Silphium was documented by Pliny in the 1st century AD, who said, "Within the memory of the present generation, a single stalk is all that has ever been found there." And that was sent as a curiosity to the Emperor Nero. Lost and not found may be so, but it has definitely not been forgotten. The heart shape, which is now universally recognized as a symbol of love, might have been derived from the seed of the Silphium plant, commonly featured on coins of the time. That said, there's some evidence to the contrary, in that the argument hinges on the idea of it being a contraceptive and aphrodisiac, which falls flat when you note that most ancient writers referenced Silphium primarily as an aromatic. While the true nature of Silphium remains a mystery, there are clues that might point us in the right direction. Though the search for Silphium has quite literally been a fruitless endeavor, the appeal to ascertain its properties for the purposes of modern medicine has led us to its closest relatives, the ferula family. Theophrastus, Greek philosopher and successor to Aristotle in the Peripatetic school, actually describes Silphium as having a great deal of thick root. Its stalk is like ferula in size and is nearly as thick. The leaf, which they call inaspeton, is like celery. It has a broad fruit, which is leaf-like, as it were, and is called the fulon. The stalk lasts only a year, like that of ferula. Given this description, it is thought to have been comparable to fennel, which, funnily enough, is used as a seasoning, and also possesses a multitude of purported health benefits, albeit to a lesser extent. So, returning to the Kylix. I mentioned in the introduction that it depicted a long-lost tradition, and I suppose it just goes to show the impermanence of even the most valued commodities in history. Without getting too philosophical, I think it's safe to draw parallels between Silphium and some of the things we take for granted today. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe. And if you have any ideas for what other lost treasures from history I could delve into next, please leave those down in the comments section below.